And just into our studios tonight, Nueces County Judge Barbara Canales doubling down on her decision not to issue an order making the use of face masks and coverings mandatory. Canales says her reasoning for not issuing the order is because she wants to make sure local elected officials and businesses in the area have time to understand how a certain order would affect them. Canales is currently consulting with area mayors, business owners, and county commissioners, letting them review a proposed executive order that would make the use of face coverings mandatory at businesses throughout the county.
Doing a mask order right means giving businesses the time to get masks for their employees and time to understand the order. And doing a mask order right means we give our citizens the notice needed to understand what a mask order means to them and what it doesn't mean.
In the meantime, Governor Greg Abbott saying a statewide mask order will not be coming anytime soon.
No individual can be compelled to wear a face mask, and there can be no civil or criminal penalty for an individual not wearing a face mask. However, we do highly suggest that people do wear a face mask, but also what is the sentence that precedes that says requirements can be imposed on businesses that bring customers in to ensure those customers are going to be in a safe environment.
Canales says while no mask order may have been issued today, there could be one coming sometime next week, and we'll of course keep you updated. And 2 coastal Bend counties are now requiring face masks to be worn by employees at all commercial and retail businesses. Jim Hogg County and Brooks County are joining with Bexar, Hidalgo, and Webb counties in making those face coverings mandatory. Brooks County Judge Ramos pointed to a rise in cases in Nueces County as his reaction to take this action. Jim Hogg County announcing today that they are taking action and putting this requirement in place, with failure to abide by the order leading to a fine of up to $1,000. The city of Port Aransas has also placed a mandate similar to these in effect through at least July 1st.